Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, all of the great stuff. It really supports my page and I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted, so make sure you do all of that stuff. If you're here today, I know you're looking to grow your quads, legs, hamstrings, or even like your calves or just your lower body in general. And this workout is going to address that and walk you through some movements that will be great. I also will be walking you through the rep set exercise selection, why we're doing it, and give you a little bit more context into what we're going to be doing today. So grab your pen and paper and let's go. Okay, so first thing on the menu, we have leg extensions, and I absolutely love this exercise, especially for the girls that are more glute dominant and are struggling to grow their quads. This is a perfect isolation exercise for that. So personally, I always have to adjust this machine because it's never the right height or size or whatever. I'm a short girl, so always make sure that you're adjusting this machine to your height and making sure that you're not putting too much stress on your knees versus the actual quads that you should be training. And make sure to warm up before you get into your working set. I also did some dynamic stretches at the beginning of this workout to get blood flowing to the area, so please do warm up, do some dynamic stretches before you go into your working sets. And the key for this workout or exercise is to absolutely feel that contraction at the top of the movement, at the very top. If you're not able to contract your quads at the top, please drop the weights. It's probably too much for you because we are trying to get the most out of our quads with this one. I believe I did 4 sets here and working between the rep range of 8 to 12. And then on to the next exercise, which are RDLs. We're going to do a target stance so that we can kind of isolate each hamstring and glutes to train. The key to this movement is to push your hips back as far back as you can and then actually focus on contracting and putting the weight on your hamstrings and glutes when you're coming back. The benefits of doing this as a unilateral movement will also be to strengthen each side, especially if you have like imbalances or one side is weaker than the other. This would be a great way to target the weaker side and to correct those imbalances. Additionally, make sure that you're not using your lower back because if your form is off here, you're going to be moving the weights with your lower back and that's going to cause you pain. So lower the weights as far back as your hips would let you. So you're going to push your hips back as far back as you can and then come up at the point where your lower back is starting to go down. You don't need to go past that point, so you need to stop at that point. And I think I did again 8 to 12 or 15 reps for each side. The next exercise we're going to be doing is the leg press, and we're going to be doing a variation called the single leg press, where we're going to be using just one leg at a time. And basically what you want to do is adjust the weight so that you're able to actually lower the weight as much as you can. Keep in mind that you don't want your back to be lifting off the padding, because once you start to do that, your lower back is going to be engaged and we don't want that. We want this to be all legs. So lower the weights as far down as you can and then push all the way back up, but also make sure to not lock your knees at the top of the movement. That's very dangerous because anything goes wrong, you could hurt yourself. So make sure you're not locking your knees at the top and make sure you're not lifting your back off the pad. And we're going to work one leg at a time. I'm also doing a working between like 8 to 15 reps and about 4 sets on this machine. Next thing we're going to be doing, this is called the laying hamstring curls. It's a great isolation exercise for your hamstrings. I actually love doing this seated, but today the seated machine was not available, so I just used the laying machine. It's just as good, I just prefer that one. You're gonna lay and then try to curl the weight all the way up, as far up as you can. And as I always say, please pick a weight that is manageable but also challenging for you. That's going to differ from person to person. And again, I'm working between 8 to 15 reps and about 4 or 5 sets on that one. Finally, we're going to be finishing this workout off with a Smith machine squat. I absolutely love using the Smith machine to do a more quad focused squat, and it's amazing. It kind of feels to me like I'm using the hack squats to do this and helps me focus a lot more on the movements as opposed to, how the barbell is moving when I do use the barbell. Another thing or another reason why this might be great for beginners especially is because you are able to not worry about the balance of the bar and just focus on pushing the weights and the movement in general. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and share. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.